Hey, what's happening YouTube? Here I am with another of my videos, and today I wanted to show you guys a little customization I'm going to be doing on a fender. This is a over fender for a Nissan 350Z. We're going to be doing this vent right here. You guys can see them. They're made out of plastic. So the idea is that we're going to be putting this right here, upside down, pointing to the back. This is like the back part. So my buddy, he caught it and he wanted like to do this, but after he caught it, he knew it was going to be way too much. So how I'm going to be doing this, I'm actually going to be hitting this up with my heat gun, right? So I had some gloves, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to be hitting it up, make it softer. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend it. Right now I'm holding the camera, so it's hard, but it's actually kind of flexible, if you guys can see that, right? So the idea is gonna be I'm gonna heat it up, being careful to not melt it down and deform it. So it's just gonna be hot enough to be a little bit more flexible. I'm gonna be marking it on it so I can follow this curvature of the fender. Let me turn it around, right? So right now, I'm not worrying about all this. I'm going to do fiberglass and cover all these holes. But this is important. We want this to be here. So like I said, this points back. So these are the wrong one actually. These are the ones we want, right? Yeah, see how that kind of will be, right? So either this will be mounted to this or fiberglass will go over it. But however, I need to get that curvature shape out of this, and then we go from there. As you guys can see in the back, I don't know if you guys can see, they are now finished like how it's over here, right? This could be paintable, right? So instead it's gonna be like this. You guys see that? So let's get it done. Alright guys, let's do this, right? So gloves, because this thing is going to get hot, real hot. So the head is coming up. I'm not going to be holding that, I'm just going to focus on this piece. Let's see, now it's bending. A lot easier. Alright? I don't know if you guys can see it, it's actually twisted. I'm not going to take you guys with me because I'm far away. I only have this camera. But I'm actually going to dip this in water. In water. Here we go. See it? Beautiful. Alright guys, for this part, now what we're going to be doing, we're going to try to fit it this way. We're going to use some self-tapping screws so I can put it screw it to the piece, right? And what we're gonna do with that, you guys can see now, right? That's what we're trying to do into this piece. So what we're gonna do, before I do all of this, I'm gonna be grinding all this area, all of it. The reason why, it's because I'm gonna place this where I want it. I'm just gonna screw it in place. I'm gonna use whatever it takes just to get it level, right? To get it level on the surface. We don't want it just to be like a bump on it, so we need to get it level. So I'm gonna have to cut some stuff, so I'm gonna have to drill some other, I'm gonna have to customize some brackets, whatever it takes. But then what we're gonna do, we're gonna lay fiberglass over it. So that's why we want all this to be grinded, so like when you put the fiberglass sticks on, this piece, this piece probably gonna stick to the fiberglass. I'm not gonna sand it, I'm just gonna go for it. But my idea, it's once the fiberglass dries and it's in place, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna unscrew the piece, take it off, and hopefully I can get all this Louvers transferred to the piece. So that's what we're gonna do. Same thing for the other side. I'm not gonna be showing you guys on how to grind this piece. It's boring, so I just want you guys to come along. So once again, if you didn't see how I shaped these louvers, because these louvers, they actually go this way, right? But now they curve, and the reason why I did that, it's so I can have the louvers curving, right? All right, guys. So as you guys can see, it's already grinded, right? And I did the grinding, whoops, on both sides, right? Because once it's on it, who knows? It might need some extra fiberglass, so I'm just gonna slap some on it. Because as you guys can see, this thing is pretty. Oops, you heard that? It's like that flimsy. So we don't want this to be this like weak, because it will crack. Good thing it has plastic dip. So here's the piece, and this is what I was talking about, screwing it and like doing some brackets. So let me show you. Let me pick this up. Can you see that? Right? Let me turn it around. There we go. Now we can see it, right? So as you can see, this part right here, where my finger is coming out, it's actually sticking up. It's hard to see. So what's gonna happen here, I just got that part, and that will allow me to like keep it like under the level. And what I can do here, I can just put some tape underneath, right? So when I'm slapping my my fiberglass, there's something to hold the fiberglass in place, and it's not like like crazy. But as you guys can see, it's pretty flash, and that's why we needed to mold this before anything. I'll show you underneath. That's all it is, you know, 3 screws. This screw from underneath, because I'm gonna do the fiberglass from the top part, right? So you don't want it to cover the heads of the screws with the fiberglass, because then you won't be able to take them off, and they will be like sticking out. So it's super easy just to like unscrew it, and it will come out of here. But this is one of the brackets. All right, guys, as you guys can see, I cut up some strips. That will be this part on the strips, right? So the reason why I did that is because there's an opening there, right? So I could lay one single piece over this, right? But the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want to be cutting each individual hole, you know, like individually. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do strips, you know, going across like the way it's over it, with this fiberglass. This one, as you guys can see, is really like all like in pieces. It comes apart really easy, right? So then I have this other one. This is more like how carbon fiber will be like, right? This is kind of like threaded, right? And this, it's stronger than that one. So I'm gonna give it one layer of this type of fiberglass and one of this. This fiberglass right here, it's stronger, so that's how we're gonna do it, right? So I have the strips for that. This is just normal regular Bondo resin from just from Walmart. That's the cheapest place where you can get it. Here's the hardener. If you just want to like learn the mixing ratio on this stuff, like the proper way, just go ahead to their website and they will tell you how to mix it. But in reality, how this works, it works according on the temperature that you know, just the ambience, and how much are you gonna use, how long are you gonna be working it, and there's many factors involved into this. So it will be like saying something for something that might not be for your case. Like right now it's like super rainy, it's cold, so I need to put a little extra of this, because this is what makes it to get hard for the resin. So if we put too much of this, and what makes it, it will makes it get hard too fast. If you put too little of this, it will never get hard enough. So you really need to be in between. I really got a good hand on this stuff. this is like a long process that I'm gonna be doing, so I need at least a 30 minutes working time. So in this case, you know, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it like usually you barely put any drops. It's like, I would say it's like a 10%, not even a 10%. I honestly do not know. It's just like I know how to do it. That's all I can say. That's why I'm telling you to go on the website. I just know how it works. So like, I just know how to do it. It's just weird, but that's how I do it. So yeah, so I'm gonna mix some of this resin. I'm gonna set the camera somewhere so you guys can see the process, and I'm just gonna lay down some fiberglass. All right, guys. Boop. So first, we're gonna wet it, the whole area, right? The reason why we're doing this is so we can get it to stick on the fiberglass, so it's like sticky to it, right? So we get a good coat, and then we go ahead and start slapping our strips. Yeah, this one goes here, so you guys get the idea. Go, another one, small one. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, the fiberglass, it's on it. So that's why I was doing the strips. Now you guys can see there's an opening there, and I don't have to cut it. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. It will be low and high spots for sure. So some sanding and Mondo will be required, obviously. But now you guys can see. And that's how you transfer some louvers into some flares, right? So the job will be to take off the tape on both sides, and then next thing we're gonna have to do, so all the yellow area, it's extra resin from what I used. And what we're trying to do is shave it, sand it, grind it, whatever it takes to recover that shape that we have down there. And here we have them side by side, so you guys can see that they are like symmetrically aligned, right? Alright guys, so this was my first like sanding on the bundle, and as you guys can see, there's still a whole bunch of imperfections. We have all these that are black are like a deeper like low area, and these ones are like a high area. Like here, this is a high area and this is a low area. It's hard to explain that part. It needs another coat of bundle. You guys can see in this like areas needs more bundle, like down here needs a lot more. So it's just the process of like building up the shape of this. We're gonna put a little bit of more bundle, and then sand it again, and then just like keep doing the same process until we refine all the lines and everything. All right, so it's gonna be the same thing for the two. All right, let's do this. Alright guys, as you guys can see, this green spot party, it's filling up all those holes. I brought it outside so the wind and some of the sun can make it dry and get hard. So let's let it sit for another like 20 minutes, and then we're gonna sand it and we're gonna start getting this parts ready for primer. Alright guys, so as we can see, these things are already primer. They're gonna need another coat of primer, but we still have a little of imperfections, like little pinholes here and there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some more of that green spot party to fill up all those pinholes, and then we're gonna shoot another coat of the same primer, green spot party on all this, and re-primer. And as you guys can see over there, I have some bumper pieces that I didn't show you guys, but this will go on the bumper, as you guys can see here. I did some fiberglass too. And what happened, this will go on a bumper. So before, this was like too big, and this will hit inside of the car, making this part sticking out too much. So what I did, I pretty much slide it, cut the big chunk of extra material, put it back, do some fiberglass on it, and as you guys can see now, these things are a solid piece of fiberglass. I have a little bit of bundle back here. It's just so I can have a nice flat back area, so it sits nice and flush, and that's why I did that. So yep, so that's the process. Very good. Okay guys, as you guys can see, after I primer it, I put some more of this green spot party, right? I got some 320. I'm gonna sand it.